World Press Conference was organized by the Ministry of Information and Strategy of the Lagos State Government to announce the public activities planned for the celebration of Lagos at 50. The event took place at the banquet hall of the Lagos State Government House, Alausa Ikeja, Lagos, on Monday, March 27, 2017. The press conference to intimate the public with all the activities planned for Lagos at 50 started in earnest with a brief welcome address by Mr. Steve Ayorinde, Honorable Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Lagos State. He welcomed the guests, media partners, and commended the Lagos at 50 Planning Committee for putting together such a well-planned program of events to celebrate the Lagos State Golden Jubilee. The committee have in the last 1 year worked tirelessly to ensure a smooth, world-class celebration of Lagos at 50. Mr. Ayorinde noted that since May 27, 2016, when the events flagged off, there had been a series of events that had held on the 27th of every month to mark the Lagos at 50 celebration. He said the World Press Conference is an avenue to intimate Nigerians and the world in general about the activities lined up for the next 50 days to commemorate the 50th anniversary of Lagos State.
For choosing it to be the day that we are rolling out the programs for the last part of the Lagos at 50 celebration. If you're aware, you know that we've been at this for about a year now. This committee was actually put together in February of last year, and the committee started work in May last year. It started on May the 27th. And the theme for the Lagos at 50 celebration has been that every 27th of every month, there will be something, to celebrate. We had that last May. June, we had something to do. July 27th, August, we were in London. September, we were in Toronto. We have already had something to do in marking the anniversary of the Lagos State 50th anniversary. Today will be, if you like, the last of the 27th that we'll be marking it. And Lagos knew what it was doing when it chose these very remarkable and serious-minded members of the planning committee to put together a wonderful show that all of you will see.
The 50-day event planned for the Golden Jubilee celebration of Lagos State will feature side attractions like Fela musical concerts, Eyo Festival, carnivals, a jazz festival, and others. The Lagos at 50 Planning Committee on Monday unveiled the full range of activities for the final celebration of the state's Golden Jubilee anniversary. In his address, the co-chair of the Lagos at 50 Planning Committee, Honorable Habib Fasinro, said the final lap of the celebration will kick off on Saturday, April 8, and go all the way to Saturday, May 27, 2017. He further stated that there will be continuous activities till the end of the year. He reiterated that the media partners of Lagos at 50 will simultaneously air the activities of the programs on their various platforms.
Basically, what we're doing is that most of the activities you've seen is a way and a manner in which Lagos State is supporting and showcasing existing initiatives, which is really reflecting its diversity and the enterprise and the collaboration with those who make and who've made their home Lagos and who work out of Lagos as well. And this resonates with the core values of Lagos State itself. So that's, if you see some activities there, you might say, oh, this is not what a government does. Basically what is happening is they're collaborating and working with all these initiatives. And basically it's also helping us identify and celebrate with our icons, our business gurus, and our business enterprise that we have in Lagos State, also with sporting and charitable events as well. But not to forget, as everybody knows, the key thing is about our cultural heritage.
Honorable Fasinro, who was joined at the conference by other members of the planning committee, including Professor Ademola Abbas, Honorable Adebinkpe Akinshola, Mrs. Sarah Bolus, and Mrs. Chika Balogun, said the events lined up for the celebration have been carefully selected to tell the story and journey of Lagos State from 1967, when the state was created, till date. He called for a minute's silence in honor of the departed member of the planning committee, Chief Rashid Badamosi, who assiduously contributed to the planning for the celebration. He went on to say the event would kick off on April 8 with a special musical play tagged Waka the Musical, produced and directed by ace producer and director Bolanle Austin Peters at the Muson Center, Onikon, Lagos.
As was already mentioned, we are starting a 50-day countdown, which will start on the 8th of April, which will culminate on the 27th of May. And there are quite a lot of activities that are slated for that period. However, I must emphasize that this is the year of the 50th celebration for Lagos State, like other 19 states. So we're just not limiting it to the actual day that Lagos State was created, which is the 27th of May, 1967. But we're using the whole year as a celebration in itself. What we're trying to unveil here, what we're trying to share with everybody here is the activities that precede May 27th. There are other activities that follow on from there, but we want to share this with you first, and then we'll take the other ones later.
He said the celebration would continue on April 13 with a 3-day Broadway musical concert tagged Fela that would feature the life and times of the Afrobeats creator Fela Anikulapo Kuti. The music will be performed by a combined cast of the original Broadway production and the Royal National Theatre production under Bill T. Jones. The co-chair, Honorable Habib Fasinro, said a boat regatta parade would also hold on April 15 in Ekpe, Badagry, and Lagos Island to showcase the state's aquatic splendor to the world.
On the 8th, we're going to start with Waka the Musical. Waka the Musical has been staged at various times in the past, but we feel that it reflects part of the theatrical experience that we've been enjoying in Lagos. Then we go on to the Easter weekend itself, where we'll be showcasing one of our great icons and legends, popularly referred to as Abamieda. There is the Fela, the Broadway musical, but in the concert version, and that was done in Lagos, but it's coming back again for the whole of the Easter weekend. That's the 13th, 14th, and 15th. Easter period, we have the boat regatta. For those who haven't experienced this, it's going to happen in 3 divisions of Lagos: in the Lagos Island, Ekpe, and also in Badagry. That is where we showcase our aquatic splendor. You know where you got that aquatic splendor acronym from? So that's basically what's going to happen on the 15th.
While a jazz meets fashion event would take place on April 30 and would see Grammy Award-winning jazz artists share the stage with Nigerian musicians. The evolution of fashion in Lagos State over the past 50 years will also dominate the runway. Honorable Fasinro said the celebration would continue on May 1 with a special Workers' Day celebration by both active and retired civil servants, with a special parade in the morning at the Agege Stadium and a dinner in the evening, adding that on May 5, 5 of the highest box office rated films and 5 evergreen films would be screened to local audience in the 5 divisions of the state, including Ikeja, Badagry, Ikorodu, Lagos Island, and Ekpe.
We're going on to the 30th of April, which is the International Jazz Day, which the governor has hosted and hosted in the past. He hosted it last year and is hosting it again this year. But the form it's taking this year is going to be what you call the runway jazz. Music meets fashion. So rather than having just a standalone fashion show, we have decided to combine it together on the International Jazz Day and have a runway jazz. Then on the 1st of May, as you know, it's Workers' Day. This is where we celebrate with all those who have put service into making Lagos State what it is today. We can't, both past and present, they are an essential part of government. Or I'll say the essential part of government. We are politicians, we come and go. But the people who run government and who make things tick every day are our public servants, and we must celebrate them. And that's why we're having a major parade at the Agege Stadium on the 1st of May.
Honorable Habib Fasinro said the Lagos Carnival will hold on May 13 on both the island and the mainland zones of the state, extending to the different communities and ethnic groups in Lagos State. While the Eyo Festival, last staged 5 years ago, will make a grand return on May 20 at the Tafawa Balewa Square. He added that May 24 will see a commemorative session of all former executives of the state to join Governor Akinwumi Ambode in council for a special State Executive Council session, while the Judiciary and House of Assembly would hold same on May 18 and May 22 respectively.
It's just showing that Lagos is collaborating with the arts, and you can see that that's one of the big pushes that His Excellency, the Governor of Lagos State, has been pushing, because with arts, it also brings in tourists. And that's where people can come and talk about what your state is about. And when they start saying things like this, they'll take out the good story. We can only tell our own story ourselves. If you wait for the CNNs and the BBCs, are they around here? They won't tell your story as well as you can tell your story. So we want to tell our stories better than anybody else, and they can take the rest with it.
On May 25, there will be an inter-school debate competition between secondary schools and primary schools across the state. And later on, an art exhibition to mark the Lagos transition from a mega city to a smart city. Honorable Fasinro stated that, among other events, the grand finale slated for May 27, which coincides with Children's Day celebration, would feature a historic gala night that would have a rich blend of good music and the best of Lagos cuisines, photo exhibition, and the unveiling of a special coffee table book that captures the essence of Lagos through the lenses of 50 accomplished photographers. Honorable Habib said, though the 50-day celebration ends on May 27, the celebration of the state's Golden Jubilee would continue throughout the year, with series of festivals and events to celebrate the state's rich cultural heritage.
Just after the May 27th celebration, that's the one we're going to do, which is the Principal's Cup. It's also to do in conjunction with our partners. This is not an exhaustive document on all the activities. My co-chairman is also handling some of the activities as well, which over the course of the few weeks and the course of this celebration, we'll also be unveiling it to you. Probably not in a formal setting like this, but with other interviews, and if you call us to talk about it. And as I said, we're going up, this celebration is taking us all the way to the 31st of December 2017. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed.
Another member of the committee, Professor Ademola Abbas, also commended the members of the planning committee for the steadfast effort to see the success of the programs. He also charged all to embrace the Lagos at 50 celebration, which is loaded with a wide range of rich programs with which Lagos is endowed.
And also, again, it's not usual for us to be congratulating ourselves because we haven't done anything. We've been commissioned to work, we're starting to work, but there's still a long way to go. But having said that, as somebody who has been opportuned to liaise, not just being a member of this committee, but to liaise between the committee and the government, I have witnessed a tremendous selfless sacrifice by members of this committee. All I can say apart from this is that, look, this is a celebration of Lagosians, by Lagosians, for Lagosians, but at large for Nigerians as a whole. We are just in the committee, we are just privileged to be in the driving seat, but it is your committee, it is your celebration. We require every single support we can get. We are learning on the job. It's not been easy, but I am happy that we're working as a very strong team together. But with your support, we can work a lot better and a lot more efficiently. Thank you very much.
The Acting Commissioner for Arts and Culture, Lagos State, Honorable Adebimpe Akinshola, added that the program will witness the anniversary church Thanksgiving and Jumat services to showcase the religious harmony of Lagos State. He also pointed that May 29 will witness the celebration of the Akinwumi Ambode-led administration.
As has been enumerated or stressed by the two gentlemen that have spoken before, the program of Lagos at 50 continues even May 29 that we'll be celebrating or marking the 2 years in office of this administration. It's still part of Lagos at 50. And then the Lagos Street Party will still come up. The One Lagos Fiesta 2017 will still be part of, the celebration. As the co-chair has rightly said, we will be getting in touch with the public via the media to let you know what other programs that will be coming up that is not actually on this pamphlet as we see it. So on behalf of the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, I want to say a very big thank you to all our supporters.
The World Press Conference of the Lagos At 50 celebration also featured an interactive session which saw a harmonized and collective contribution by participants. The chairman and chief executive officer, Biscon Communications, reminded the planning committee of the Lagos At 50 event of the need to include a special day for friends of Lagos who have contributed to the growth of the state.
Lagos is the microcosm of Nigeria. Every language group is represented here. I was just hoping, if this is not too late, if we could nip this in, to have a special day for friends of Lagos. By that I mean those who come from other parts. Just to specifically speak to them, to make them feel a sense of belonging, if you get my drift.
In the vote of thanks, Honorable Ademola commended the planning committee and members of the media for their impressive turnout. The conference ended with a photo session and interviews by the press.